Ever wondered how to use microtones to spice up your jazz harmony?
Totally! I thought I was the only one thinking about that.
Then let's dive right into it. The rabbit hole goes really deep on this one.
Here between the lines.
In our last video, we discussed one of the multiple ways of harmonizing a melody, namely pivots. Be sure to check it out here. Another way of harmonizing a melody would be contrary motion. Historically, Western cultures prefer contrary motion over parallel voice leading. This shouldn't come as too much of a surprise given the fact how much we care about our individualism. Any good stories about fluctuating relationships between characters, or in this case, notes. Pioneers of the art of counterpoint are Giovanni da Palestrina, Johann Joseph Fuchs, and of course, Bach. Contrary motion comes in three main categories: diatonic,
Come home,
chromatic,
come home,
and microtonal.
come home.
In your typical run-of-the-mill perfect cadence, the third and the seventh of the dominant chord resolve by stepwise contrary motion into the tonic. Freddi and I call this movement the light tone Gabel because the leading tones move in opposite directions.
Boring!
A perk of 12-tone equal temperament is that it's divisible by 2. That means the tritone is its own mirror image or complementary interval, so you can actually do the same thing with the same pitches, just in the opposite direction, resulting in a dominant, but to a very different tonic, which is of course also a tritone away from its diatonic counterpart. This is one of the major harmonic devices in jazz songs, especially bossa nova, called the tritone substitution. The organization of notes within the chord decides whether your voices move inwards or outwards, and if it's a tritone sub or a regular perfect cadence.
So I don't know about you, but I clicked on this video because of the microtones.
Up until now, our tritones only resolved to major thirds or minor 6. So the difference between the intervals always resulted in a whole tone.
But what if we want to reach the neighboring intervals?
Well, then we have to split the distance traveled by each note in half. They moved by semitones before, so now let's move them by quartertones.
Quartertones. I heard a classical piece once and it was so dissonant it made me want to throw up.
Can you bear the sound of a tritone?
Yeah, I like me some tension.
How about a fifth? So what's your exact problem then?
Man, I can't play it on a piano.
Okay, you asked for it.
All your friends are playing microtonal music, but you don't know how to join in the fun? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Our store features a wide range of microtonal instruments. We've got trombones, 4-valve trumpets, microtonal fingering charts for reeds, and of course the entire orchestral string section.
But what if you can only play guitar?
No problem. Double the frets.
And piano?
Double the frets. And we haven't even talked about the electronic miracle machines that are the theremin, the onde martenot, and of course, the lumatone. It's not that funny, is it?
Trash it? Right. So now that we got that out of the way, let's hear how it sounds in a pop context.
When was the last time we dreamed that we shared?
Or in a jazz context.
You can do the same with triads, of course, and 4-note chords, but it quickly gets infinitely difficult to keep track of all the possibilities. Freddi spent some hours making a network of all the possible triadic quartertone progressions, so let's take a look at a few of our favorite examples. The tritone can become a fifth or a fourth, respectively. And you can shift any chord into its major or minor equivalent, a quartertone lower for major and a quartertone higher for minor. Quick side note, in 24 divisions of the octave, you need to move all the notes, because they would otherwise spell out super spicy intervals that would even be too much to handle for Adam.
The next level of jazz.
You can also squeeze in quartertone shifts into any chromatically voice-led progression and make it smoother than it already is. And before the Zen Harmonic Alliance tears us apart in the comment section, yes, there is one exception to what I mentioned earlier. The 11th note in the harmonic series deviates from 12th tet by 49 cents, almost exactly a quartertone. So we can actually pivot in 24 tet, but only with this one interval. Further insights are available to our awesome patrons on Patreon who make these videos possible.
While we're on the topic of overtones, let's change our tuning system to one that includes more and better approximations of the overtone series. 31 notes per octave lets us do everything that we did in 12 or 24, only cleaner, because it's closer to the overtone series. Also, because there are so many steps between C and D, we can have 3 different flavors of a tritone substitution. D flat 7, C sharp 7, or C shed 7. Check out the voice leading of the following examples.
Come home, come home, come home.
31 tet also gives us new intervals to dabble around with. How big or small your step sizes are is up to you now. Whether it will be a happy or unhappy ending depends entirely on your narrative.
Next time, we will dive into the realm of extended arranging techniques involving microtones. Are you ready for free flow?
Always. Thanks a lot to the patrons supporting us on Patreon. If you like our content, please consider joining them and us through the link in the video description. And share this video with your community. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.